Do you want to succeed?
Yeah.
Do you want to succeed? Good. But success is not a destination. Success is a process. Success is a process. While you were in nursery school, you graduated from nursery 1 to primary 1, isn't it? From primary 1 to primary 6, isn't it? From primary school to secondary school. From secondary school to higher institution, isn't it? That is success. Success is a journey. Am I going? Success is a journey. And also, success is who you are, not what you have. In our society, we are taught that success is what you have. You have more car, you have money, that means you are what? Successful. It's a lie. In the real life, success is not money. There are people who have money, but they are not successful. Am I communicating? Success is not money.
Example.
Okay, yeah?
Example.
Most of the politicians, they are not successful. An armed robber, okay, a Yahoo boy, is it a success? Yeah? A fraudster, is it a success? Doesn't he have money? A ritual killer, is he a successful person? Doesn't he have money? So, success is not money. Success, a man wrote a book, that's somebody I told you earlier on. Somebody wrote a book, says, the title of the book is, Success is who you are. That's the title of the book. Success is who you are. It's a powerful book. Success is who you are. So, first of all, it's about you. Now, in this level, there's what is called the discovery stage. There's what is called the training stage. And there's what is called the deployment stage. Discovery stage, development stage, and deployment stage of life. Am I communicating? Now, your talent, you've discovered. You can act, you can do this. That's discovery. Am I communicating? You've discovered it. But did you know it was developed? There's a place for the word development before deployment. Am I communicating? So there's three. Yeah. What are the three stages?
Discovery,
Development, and deployment. The 3 Ds. We have the discovery stage. There are 3 Ds. You have what? The discovery stage, the development stage, and the deployment stage. Am I communicating? So in your field of discovery, you have to understand that there needs to be what? Development. Now, another word for it is called discovery stage, or being stage, doing stage, and having stage. Apart from discovery, development, and deployment, another name you can use to call it is being stage, the stage of being. Then doing, that's the practical, doing stage. Then having, where you be having money, having influence, having, you now start having, they will invite you to shoot a movie, they pay you heavily to just shoot one movie, just a role you play, a scene or 2 or 3 or 4 scenes, they pay you heavily. Now it didn't just come by then, but your content also should be original. You think out of the box. Again, your content should be original. You think out of the box and the other. So we'll talk more about that. But let me just talk about this: the power of systems. What did I say?
The power of systems.
The power of what? The power of what?
Systems.
The power of what? Systems. Any organization that is working based on what? System. Before this building was erected, there was what is a design. That's the system. Am I communicating? Then there are different departments of people that made this to work. It's not one person that did everything. There is the medicine man. The man that did POP is a separate person. Am I communicating? The man that did the iron doors is a separate person. Are you getting it? The man that did the roofing, separate. They're not one person. It's because of what system. Then when this structure is well done and painted, everybody will ablaze. Wow, this building is fine. But it was not just, they didn't just come one day and say, hey, oh yeah, start the dig hole. Dig here, you dig here, without any design. Dig here, oh yeah, let's carry, start block. That, so life is all about system. Am I getting it? The system. Now, life is predictable. Say it.
Life is predictable.
You can predict your life if you have a working system. Nigeria don't have a working system. That's why it's like this. We don't have a working system. And not just Nigeria. A lot of communities don't have a working system. Like probably before we started this, I was telling him that we have programs for primary school children. Because he was talking about the youths here, they have issues with assimilating things. Even some of them don't know that a phone like this, an Android phone, can video. They get startled and surprised when they use it to video. They're like, excuse me, this is a suburb, not just a village. This is not an interior village. This is a suburb. Why should a suburb like this, and people are yet to come to terms of modern facilities? So that shows that we are not doing well. But we need to start from the primary school. We have programs for the primary school students. We have programs for the secondary school students. We have programs for the tertiary institution students. In fact, we even have programs for the teachers who are teaching them in those schools. Am I going to get it? Because if these teachers are well developed and informed, that's training the trainers. It's called training what? Training the trainers. So if these teachers are well developed and trained, their delivery to those children will be top notch. Am I going to get it? Huh? Now, how many people know Rwanda? Paul Kigali is the president of Rwanda. Yeah. Look, now Rwanda was a war-torn country. But when Paul Kigali came to power, he asked to sit down and say,
Kagame.
Okay, it's a place. Yes. It's Kagame, please, not. So, he had to come with a system about purpose. Now, if I should ask, what is the purpose of it? Now, I was really blessed to have heard all this story about who is opera, who is not opera, who is opera, and that's what has stopped in that their development. All these things. Who is opera, who is not opera? That's what has hindered the community for years. Jesus is Lord. Wait, okay, let's also accept that Umu is opera. Then how do we go forward? Let's develop ourselves. Let's have progress. Why are they still stubbornly saying, no, you are not opera, you are also opera, you are this one? What has that? What will that heal them? We should stop this rubbish of opera and no opera. For years, and the community is not going no forward because of opera or opera or and all that. Hello, who opera help? Eh? Who opera help? We should talk about development. We should talk about, okay, let's accept that Umu is the opera. Let's just accept it. Then, what is the way forward? That's what we start thinking. Then the community to build a system that works. It's not opera, no opera. How many years now? It's up to 50 years, isn't it?
More.
Huh? Up to 50 years, or more than that?
100 years.
100 years, and the community has not gone forward because of opera or no opera. Oh! Jesus. Now, listen, no matter what you know in life, the knowledge you have, every knowledge you have, is 10% of your success in life. This is a proven fact. We have a lot of lawyers today, true or false? We have a lot of doctors, true or false? We have a lot of engineers, true or false? Do they know what they studied? Yeah? Do they know what they studied in school?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Are they successful today?
Most of them.
Few of them, not most. Few of them are successful in their field. Few, very few. Are we not in Nigeria? There are lawyers that are begging,
Yes.
eating from hand to mouth.
Yes.
There are doctors who are eating from hand to mouth. Yes. So, success in life is nothing but 10%. Now, hear this. Success begins with knowledge. Success begins with what? Knowledge. That was the beginning. But it's not the ending. Success begins with what? Knowledge. Then number 2, ideas are what? Powerful. Remember I told you about ideas. Ideas are what? Powerful. The next one is God's people fail for lack of knowledge. The Bible said, my people are destroyed because they lack what? My people are destroyed because they lack what? He didn't say the devil's people. He said his own people he created in his image and likeness. They are destroyed because they lack what? Knowledge. So, information at your disposal makes you prepared for success. When you are well informed, it makes you to prepare to succeed. Are you getting it? The word ignorance is a Greek word. An Hebrew word, or a Greek word, meaning darkness. When I say this person is ignorant, they mean this person is what? In darkness. So ignorant means what? Darkness. And knowledge means what? Light. Ignorance means what? Darkness. And knowledge means what? Light. Now, but only about 10% of your success can be influenced or determined by what you know. Am I communicating? But only 10% of your success can be what? Influenced or determined by what you what? Know. I hope you are assimilating what I'm saying because I'm seeing distractions here and there.
Yes.
Knowledge multiplies grace, ability to act. That means the ability to act. Again, that's grace. Knowledge multiplies grace. For instance, if I don't have knowledge of what I'm talking about, I can't say anything to you. If I come to your face, I will just be looking at you. And even you get tired, you say, what's this man doing? I bet that is kind of my front. Why? But because of I have knowledge of my field, my communication as a capacity builder. Now, knowledge multiplies what? Grace. Now, knowledge is not action. Knowledge is not what?
Action.
That's what is called potential energy and kinetic energy in science. So what is potential energy? Energy at rest. That's potential energy. So your knowledge you have is energy at what? Rest. So you need to put action. So what do we talk about? Action is different from what? Being at rest. So knowledge is not action. That you have knowledge of a thing does not mean that you have taken action to achieve that thing. That you have an idea does not mean you have taken action to achieve that idea. So knowledge is what? I've just summarized it so that I can go because my time has been as well. Now, discipline is the next one. Now, I said your knowledge is what? 10%. Success is 10% of knowledge. We are talking about 100%. What makes somebody to say this person is truly a success? First of all, the person has knowledge. 2 is discipline. Your discipline is 40% of your success in life. Because you can have knowledge of a thing, but if you can't discipline yourself to do that thing you have knowledge about, you cannot succeed. Am I communicating? You have the knowledge, but you lack the discipline. That's why when they ask you your course, they say, what's your discipline? If you're an architect, you are a pharmacist. You are Moses operandi, the rules. How a pharmacist, when he's in the lab, how you need to work, prepare yourself. But if you say, my body doesn't want that area or thereabouts, it becomes what? Something else. Am I communicating? So, discipline. Now, another word for discipline is character. If you have knowledge without character, it's useless. Knowledge is like beauty. Talent is like beauty. But your character is your key to success. Now, character is choices we make. The choices we make is our character. Character. Somebody said, mind your thoughts, for they become your words. Mind your words, for they become your actions. Mind your actions, for they become your habits. Mind your habits, for they become your character. And mind your character, for they become your destiny. So it starts from thoughts. What you think often, to become your words. What you say about. So let me tell you too, if you think you are poor, then you are poor. Poverty starts here. Wealth starts here. Most people want to change their mindset, but their mindset is their problem. Am I communicating? Your thoughts produce your words. Your words produce your actions you take. Your actions becomes your what? Your habits that is being formed. Your habit forms your character. Then your character is what makes your destiny. Am I communicating? So, discipline is more powerful than knowledge. Your discipline, your character is more powerful than the knowledge you have. The next one is, one of our greatest challenges in the discipline is the discipline to practice what we know. You go to church, you hear the word of God, and all that. But come home and practice what you've heard is another thing. Am I communicating? Yes, because you know it. If the pastor said it, or the reverend father told you, are you getting it? But come and practice it. It's another subject matter. Am I communicating? So, one of our greatest weakness or challenges is the discipline to practice what we know. We have two pains. We have two pains in life. Number one is the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. The pain of what? Discipline. And the pain of what?
Regret.
A lot of people are regretting their lives today, two of us. And that's the pain. There are some people that were told, like, okay, let me use you now for example. Were there things that you were told years back while you were still growing up, but you refused to listen to the person, the advice? But today you are regretting it. Two of us. Were there things you were told?
Yeah.
But you were proving stubborn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Today are you regretting not doing those things? So there are two pains. The pain of what? Discipline, and the pain of what? Regrets. Somebody met me some years back, and the lady said, "Sir, I have discovered that it is not easy to go to the top in life. It's not easy to go to the top in life." I said, "Hey, oh, that's what you discovered." I said, "Also, me too, I have discovered that it's not easy to stay at the bottom of life." Which I discovered it's not easy to stay what? At the bottom. Everybody come, they march on you, they talk to you anyhow. Why? Because of what? You're a nobody.
Yes.
You're nobody. But when you have developed yourself, take the pains, the rigors. People, when you come, you speak, who is this person speaking? I would like to know this man. Just last 2 weeks, we went to Umaya. A great professor spoke in this conference. And after it was done, I was like, wow, this man is good. I went to collect his number. People gathered, they were gathered after someone finished seeing him. I just introduced myself. I said, "Sir, I'm a displaced survivor." He said, "What did you say?" I said, "I'm a displaced." "Oh, I have some people that are displaced there around me and all that." "Oh, that's good. Give me your number." I went to collect his own number. This is a great man I respect. He spoke in the conference. I was so, I said, "Sir, you can have." He was one that first asked for my own number. Why? There was something I have to offer. A value I have. As I speak with you now, he's planning a big program with this, on his radio. They will do advert for me to come to Nsuka, to come and speak to crowds, to train and consult. Am I communicating? But it has taken discipline of years to what? To practice the things I am doing today. People laughed at me those days. They called me names. They said I'm a fool, what I'm doing. Are you getting me? They laughed at me, they scorned me. But today, by the grace of God, so it's no longer the same. So that's what I'm talking about. Discipline. Okay, discipline is paid. Personal discipline and corporate discipline are indispensable. For instance, there are personal discipline. For instance, now, if you are working in a bank, if you are employed in a bank, there are conducts you must keep in the bank. You must, if you like, you know there are people that don't like wearing suits. They hate it in passion. But as long as you are working in a bank, you must wear what? You must wear suits. You must put on tie. That's a corporate discipline. But naturally, you as a person, you will never want to put on suit. But as long as you are started working that bank, corporate discipline says you must what? Wear suit. Put on tie. Corporate discipline also says that if a customer shouts at you at the bank premises, you have no right to what? Shout back at the customer. No matter how you don't go to the bank and say, I'm not tempered. Try it, you receive credit. Am I communicating? Now that is go and see some people that work in the bank, they have hot temper. Some bankers have hot temper. But as long as they are inside that banking hall, you might not even have 1 naira in your account, sir. You might not have 1 naira in your account. But they have no right to shout at you back. Even if you are shouting, the manager can come and say, hey, oh sir, come, please, I'm sorry. Come to my office. You get to his office and give you. You might not even have 1 naira. They have not checked your account number, your account to see whether you have even 1 naira. You might even have 5 naira in the account. But you are shouting. But they won't check it. They will pass it, calm you down. Oh, get you a cup of water, tea, or whatever. You know, calm you. Now, they know that. Now, do you know why that thing happened? Started happening in banks. Do you know the history behind it?
No.
Do you want to know the history?
Yes.
Okay. A story was told about years back how a man that dressed shabbily, he didn't dress well, just dressed casual, and came to a banking premise. So this man is one of the major, his account, his money is the major money in that bank. The big customer that bank that has a lot of money here. So one of the staff of the bank didn't see him, he wasn't well dressed. He spoke to the man anyhow. He or she spoke to the man anyhow. I said, okay, if that's the case. The man went, pulled his money out of the bank. That bank crashed. And this story went round. You know, bankers, they have their forums internationally. The story went back round, so it became a policy, even in the Nigerian bank, that on no occasion a customer shouts at you or we will be listening when dress casually or whatever, you speak to that person anyhow, you are in for trouble. Am I communicating? So that is corporate what? Discipline. Am I communicating? That is corporate what? Discipline. You have to live by that because it's corporate. Personal discipline influences higher corporate life than that produces success. Now, if you don't have personal discipline, it will be very difficult for you to live a corporate discipline life. If you lack personal discipline, it will be very difficult because every human being has emotions. And that's what's called emotional intelligence. Am I communicating? Emotional intelligence is not just that you have emotions, but you know how to what? Control yourself. Am I communicating? Yes. So control yourself. I'm talking about the final part of it is success is what? 50% system. So we have 10% what? Knowledge, 40% what? Discipline or character, and 50% what? System. Am I communicating? 50% what? System. Now, let's say you, so what's your name? Chidi what? Okonkwo. Now, Mr. Chidi Okonkwo, let's say you're working in the bank. On your own, there are places you cannot go as Mr. Chidi Okonkwo. Right? But if you start working with any bank, there are a lot of places you can enter. Why? Because you're staff of what? Zenith Bank. So when you go there, the people are not welcoming, the organization or individual are not welcoming Mr. Chidi Okonkwo with your name, but they are welcoming what? Zenith Bank as a system you are working with. Is that understood?
Yeah.
Is that understood? So as a system, so no matter what you know, no matter the discipline you have, you need a system as a platform, which is 50%. For instance, you are a good actor, you can act very well. You can, as an individual, create your own skits, post online and all that. Am I correct? Yes, it's possible. But also, if you want to go far, if they just select you to work with Nollywood, you know that if Nollywood just pick you, you know that you can succeed, you can blow faster, because Nollywood is a system. If now Hollywood, if Hollywood, hey, you go overblow. You know how much they will pay you? Just one character you act in Hollywood. Now that Hollywood is what? A system, which is 50% of your success. Am I communicating? Yeah. So knowledge is 10%, discipline or character is 40%. No. When you read books, you get ideas. People have gone the way. They've gone through what you are going through. So when you read, you get ideas from that book. For instance, that was 2012, 2013. I read a book by Sam Adeyemi. How many of you know Sam Adeyemi? You heard about Sam Adeyemi? These are people changing the world. You need to know about them. You need to buy their books, their materials, and read. Again, Sam Adeyemi said in that book, "Ideas rule the world." That's the title of the book. Ideas rule the world. He said that a man known as Reverend Gonzalez in America, California, America. This man had an idea. What's the idea? He wants to, establish a technological institute for the youth over there. Now, what happened was that there was no money. So he had been talking about this idea, thinking about it. So one day he was praying. The Holy Spirit now told him, "This idea you have been talking about, why don't you make it known to the public?" He said, he now told him what to do. It's okay. He now advertised it and said, he captioned it, "What I will do if I had $1 million. That's what he captioned the idea. What I will do if I had $1 million. So he publicized it. So he's a pastor. So people know him. People gathered from different places, his church members, people gathered. So he has inscripted what he will speak about on a paper, but while he was rushing to church, he forgot it at home. But the thing is inside him now, so the idea is inside him. So you have to come without the paper. So people gathered, and he spoke about what he would do if he had $1 million. After speaking, my God, one man walked up to him, said, "I believe you, sir. Please, can you see my office?" One man gave him $1 million to build the institute in California, America. He dared enough to believe on his dream, on his idea, and he took the pragmatic step to tell the world about it. One man, not the crowd, gave him $1 million. Now, most of us, there's what is called circle of needs and circle of influence. Circle of needs talks about the Abraham Maslow hierarchy of needs: shelter, food, self-esteem, self-actualization, all of that. So that's what we are thinking much about. That's all we think about most. What we eat, what we clothe, the house we build. That's our mind is just full of those things. But we are not talking about circle of influence. Circle of influence is talking about you are not thinking about yourself. You are thinking about how you can influence people. positively. There's circle of need influence, not circle of need. What I will eat, what I will drink. No, no, no. I'm thinking beyond that area. How will I affect lives positively? How will I bring ideas that can make people's life better? The more I do that, the more I achieve more. Are you getting it? John C. Maxwell. How many of you know John C. Maxwell? He's a leadership guru, the best in the world. John C. Maxwell said, the more you make the dreams of others actualizable, your own dreams will be actualized. Simple. If you want to actualize your dreams, help many other people to actualize their dreams. Thereby, your own dream will be what? Actualized. But most of us, we think about me, myself, and I. You don't think about others. Because when you think about others more, God will be giving you ideas that will better their lives. And by bettering their lives, your own life also, the universe will what? Will better your own life as well. Am I communicating? So, when I read that book, I needed 100,000 to buy a laptop years back. That was 2012. I needed 100,000 naira. When I read that idea from that book, I said, what do I do? And that's okay. And I wrote, because I wrote the first edition of my book, my book. Yes, I wrote it as a student in 2011. Launched 20th of March, Sunday 20th of March 2011. Within 2 years, I sold more than 5,000 copies within Africa. Within 2 years. I wrote it as a student, not as a graduate. I wasn't waiting to graduate to go and look for a job. No company can pay me. No company can pay me. In fact, let me say this. Nobody can pay you. Huh? Nobody can pay you, sir. You know why I say so? If I should ask you how much are you in the market, if you want to sell you now, how much will they sell you? I need to talk to me. How much is the price they can you sell you, sir?
Yes.
Priceless.
Oh, you are priceless. We say that we are priceless, but we don't understand the meaning of the word priceless. Yet we put a price tag on our head.